Hey YouTube, it's Vince Romano 26 here. I want to wish all of you a very happy new year. Happy 2015 to all. For the new year this year, I've got a huge haul for you guys today. I mean, it's huge, and so huge that I'm going to have to do 2 parts to it. This is everything that I am keeping from the estate sale that we just went to, and I'm telling you, I scored big time. So much stuff, I couldn't believe it. Like I said, there was so much stuff. I'll be doing a part 2 video for all this stuff, because this is all the resale stuff. Everything you see here is a keepsake item or a gift to somebody. And these are for resale as well. So as you can see, I have a lot to show you. And this is also a part flea market antique store haul, because I got 2 items over there that I'll be showing you, which I'll be starting off with. Don't know how long this video is going to be, but there's a lot of stuff that I have to go through to show you. Alright, the first thing that I'll start off with is already what you can see right here. This is a vintage, probably 1970s squirt jackpot gag toy. I'm going to resell this probably at the next flea market that we do. Thought that these kinds of toys would be worth a lot of money, but they're not. They're only worth like $7 or $8. And I paid $2.99, which isn't a bad price, but I thought it would be worth a little bit more. It's in the box. I haven't tested it to see if it works, but bring this to the flea market, put $4 or $5 on it, someone will buy it. So I couldn't pass that up for $2.99. Next piece right here is this really cool vintage bendable Santa Claus. I knew he was vintage when I looked on the back, and I don't know how well you guys can see that. Let's see if I can get that in there. If you guys can see that, it's made in Hong Kong. If you can see right here, the price sticker says $1, but this person was going to be leaving the antique mall, so they decided to do a 75% off clearance, so I got this for $1. And for those of you who've seen my haul videos before, you know that I have a Easter bendy, and I have a witch bendy, and now I have a Christmas bendable. So that was $1. I couldn't pass that up, and as soon as I saw Hong Kong on it, I was like, I gotta have this. Alright, now we're gonna get to the estate sale portion of the haul video. Like I said before, this estate sale was unbelievable. So much holiday stuff, and you guys know how crazy I am for this stuff. So let's see, we'll start right here. I found I swear, I'm still in shock, and I'm still having that adrenaline rush from what I was having when I first saw all this holiday stuff. This is part of some cat pieces. These are probably made in the 1970s. They have felt on them, so I assume that they're from the 70s. Very nice piece. And I do want to let you know that everything that you see here, including all the resale stuff that I showed you, I paid $63 for. This is a collection of holiday decorations to die for. It was awesome. So I got these, so I had to total everything out. So I'll let you know how much I paid in the next haul video, because I'm going to do the math afterwards. So those are the 3 parts of the cats. I have some other ones over and the other part to show you. This next little piece is a skull, and I believe he looks as if he was being lynched. I don't know if he's marked Hong Kong anywhere, but he's definitely, oh, yes, right here. Don't know how well you guys can see that. It says marked made in Hong Kong. So that was cool. I think this is just like a dime store toy or something like that, but it's so cool. Everything I have, I'm totally in awe that I bought. Alright, and this next piece right here is actually very, very cool. It is a honeycomb ghost. How friggin' cool is that? A honeycomb ghost piece. And it's in marvelous condition. No rips, tears, scuffs, or anything. Unfrickin' believable. And I believe there were 2 ghosts that you could double, or put it back into back, and it would still be 1 ghost. Which is extremely cool, because this stuff was in marvelous condition. I want to thank Mr. Garcia, who I know is was the owner of all this amazing stuff, and I'm sorry that you passed away from whatever it is that you passed away from, but you knew how to take care of stuff. And I appreciate you for doing that, because this stuff, and when I get older, when I die, is going to be worth a lot of money. So I appreciate you, Mr. Garcia, if you can hear me. So anyway, back to the haul video. There's more of the cats. Instead of putting this stuff up, I've decided to make a book of all kinds of vintage paper stuff, and these cats and stuff are going to be a part of that because they're small enough. And as you know, I do like to put stuff on my walls, but sometimes I feel like too much stuff on the walls is a little overwhelming. But I figured if these go in the book, it would make a great addition to the book. Alright, so here are all the cats. Let's get all these cats over here. Pile up everything that I've shown you guys already. Alright, this next piece, I'm not 100% sure how old it is, but it's marked Made in Denmark. It's a really cool honeycomb witch holding a skull, and she's in her cauldron. Extremely cool piece, never seen one in the original package before, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to put the package in a sheet protector when I buy some, and put that in the book. And I'm going to display the witch, which I think is wicked awesome. Alright, next little piece that I think is really, really cool is this really nice, I always mispronounce this name of this company. It's either Beastol or Beistol. I've heard so many different combinations of pronunciation for this company. But this is a really cool cat. This is probably one of the most expensive pieces, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But if you can see down here, it is marked the Beastol Company, made in the USA. And it's jointed, so if it were to be put away, all you have to do is fold it up, and there it goes. I had so much fun digging through all this stuff, you have no idea. I'm still pumped up from it because it was so cool. And this next piece that I want to show you guys is this really cool vintage Halloween scary cape. It's made of plastic. It's kind of like a trash bag kind of effect. It is marked Made in Taiwan, but from my research before, I've understood that people in the 1970s imported things that were made in Taiwan. So this is definitely vintage, because if you look at the tag right here, 99 cents. That's one thing I do encourage all of you subscribers and pickers out there, is to look for vintage tags on things, because that'll help you determine the age. And especially because there's no barcode on this, I figured this is definitely vintage. Next really, really cool pieces that I found are these really, really cool vintage new old stock Beistol pumpkin skeleton and scarecrow pieces, marked Made in the USA on them. And if we look right here, it's marked company is the Beistol Company. Brand new, never used. There's a little rough places on it, but brand new. They don't even look like they were ever used. They're just amazing. I can't believe, I'm still in shock of all the stuff that I found. This next piece is a vintage turkey, probably from the 60s or the 70s. A little beat up for most, there's a lot of tape on it. And then it is also a honeycomb, if you can see, which I think is pretty cool. It's kind of like a centerpiece for the table. I'm going to have to see how I can get him to stand up or to hold, but I'll figure that out once I get the video done. Next piece that is really, really cool that I've been seeing at antique stores for a lot of money is this really cool vintage 1973 Empire Santa blow mold cookie jar. And if we look on the bottom, let's see how we can get that on the bottom. So we've got Empire, Tarboro, North Carolina, made in the United States of America. And we have Carolina Enterprises, Inc., 1973. An extremely cool piece. I've been seeing these at antique stores for a number of years, and I've been wanting one for so long. And now I finally have it, and I'm extremely excited to own it. This next piece right here, I think is extremely cool. Found him in the bottom of a box. It's a vintage, I think it's a mummy? It's either a mummy or it's like a zombie or something, but it's so cool. It's clean. There's no dirt on him whatsoever. And if we look on the back here, let's see. You guys can see right? Let's see, right? Sorry, guys. Right here. It's marked Made in Hong Kong. Extremely cool piece. I think he would look great hanging. If you see, like, maybe hanging like that. Maybe I'll put him on my door or something. Maybe it's kind of like a door stopper kind of thing. But that's just really cool to me. These next pieces, I'm not 100% sure what they are. I think they may be cake toppers or cake decorations. Very cool. This one's a very thin plastic and this one's a very hard plastic piece. Extremely interesting. I might sell all the cake pieces. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I mean, I just figured might just pick them up anyway, because I mean, I was grabbing stuff. Like, I was having that much of an adrenaline rush. I was grabbing stuff. Alright, these next little pieces are very, very cool. These are also honeycomb pieces. This is a honeycomb pumpkin, and it has a really neat looking vintage cat on it. So that'll be displayed in my room very much so, like all my other cool stuff. I just have to make sure I take care of it in the years to come, because this stuff is becoming very, very hard to find. And vintage Halloween, along with vintage Easter stuff, and vintage Christmas as well, is extremely collectible. Excuse me. And people are becoming finding this stuff for extremely good deals like I just did, and charging an arm and a leg for it on eBay and at their antique booths. And I know a lot of the people that were at this estate sale were there for stuff for their antique booths. I know for a fact. And they would definitely be charging an arm and a leg for this stuff. So I'm glad I found what I did. Next piece we're going to get to is this other cat piece that I wanted to show you. It's got cats with a bunch of corn and stuff. Again, I believe this is from the 1970s, judging by the felt cats. But they're in extremely good condition with minor tape on it. I just can't believe how good of shape this guy kept this stuff, because I'm telling you, this stuff is worth a lot of money. Not this in particular, but a lot of the stuff that I'll be showing you is worth a lot of money. Alright, next piece is for a gift for my friend here. My friend is a real Washington Redskins fan. I'm not a football person whatsoever, but I knew my friend would really like this mug, and I just snagged it. And it is from, it is from the 1982 World Series. This is Super Bowl. And this was the year that they actually won the Super Bowl, so my friend will be happy about that. I just hope that he likes it. Sorry guys, I'm still a little overwhelmed from how much stuff I found today. Next piece that I found, which I really, really like, is this really cool vintage toy. It is a witch hanging, and what you do is sort of like that Santa that I found last year at the antique store. You squeeze it, and she goes flipping. Totally awesome piece. I can't wait to put it on my antique shelf. So that's really, really cool. And this stuff you just can't go out and get anymore. This is stuff that you have to dig and find at the estate sales, because this stuff is just so wicked awesome. And I have space for it too, which is even nicer, so I'm excited about this. And it's in really good condition too. I do want to let you know that all this stuff that I did find is marked Made in Hong Kong. I'm still in awe. I want to hurry, I don't want to waste space on here. Another piece is a small vintage honeycomb pumpkin. I've been seeing these all over the place too. Small, I'm going to put that up for display. Got a nice vintage witch here. I think this is a cake topper. I think I'm going to put this stuff with all the cake pieces, and I'm going to put that at the flea market that I'm going to do in a couple months. Found these little tchotchkes right here. They're just pieces off a plastic plant. Not a huge fan of the plastic pieces, as you all know, but these were kind of interesting, and they came with the stuff that I bought, so just figure why not. Next piece is this blow mold light feature. Came in the box, was at the bottom. I didn't even know I had it until I looked at it, or until I dug out the box. So if I ever have a vintage mold that needs some lighting, all I have to do is just use this. Next really, really cool piece is this vintage party hat. I think it's pretty interesting looking. And it has a bunch of designs like witches and pumpkins and cats, all kinds of neat designs on it, and it's in really good condition. So I'm happy about that. Next piece that I have to show you, even though it's extremely wobbly, is this really cool vintage pumpkin lantern lamp. Excuse my focusing. Really neat. It is a little loose, so I'm going to have to do something to fix the looseness of it. And it is original, because look at this cord. That's total retro. So all I need to do is either glue this or tape this pumpkin down, and then I'll see if it works or not. And if it doesn't work, then I will fix that. Next pieces are this really neat little like toy that you would give out at Halloween. It squeaks and a little ghost comes out. So that was pretty interesting. Not broken. It's in really good condition. It is marked Hong Kong, like all the other toys that I have found. So I thought that was really neat and a good display item. This next little piece is a witch bop. I don't know what you call these things. But you do this and she falls apart, and then you can keep doing that. Boom, 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 boom. Thought that was really, really interesting. So that came in a box of stuff that I found. Next piece is this vintage wind-up toy. I think he's broken. I tried winding him up and he wouldn't wind. So that's for that. I have to try and see how well I can do with this. So I think I might just sell that as is online, or either I'll just bring it to the flea market. It's not my thing, wind-ups, but that's okay. So that's neat. This really, really cool piece is a vintage Easter piece. It's a huge hard plastic wheel. It's like a wheelchair, like you could put flowers in it or something like that. It's in really good condition. There's hardly any paint wear on it. It's not marked anywhere. I assume this is probably from the 50s or the 60s. I think it's extremely interesting. And I'm glad I picked this up because this is a great piece to display things with. And guys, I do want to let you know, as much as I hate to do this, I have to end the haul video here just because there's so much stuff and I have to get through a whole lot more stuff. So this was part 1, so stay tuned for part 2.